Hello, everybody. Black Titanic in the house. Hi, everybody. How you guys doing? Black Titanic in the house. Hopefully, everybody is doing well. Well, today, y'all probably out celebrating the 4th of July. Some of you, some of you may not be celebrating, but anyhow, tradition in this country on the 4th is to celebrate the 4th of July. So some of you guys will be out celebrating, doing your fireworks, barbecuing, eating, enjoying family. Yeah, some of you guys will be enjoying it. Oh boy, this is one little piece bottle. Anyhow, my birthday is July the 6th. So I usually celebrate the whole week, y'all. So anyhow, yesterday, my kids gave me a dinner, and we have so many people in this family. Like I got two granddaughters plus myself. We all share a birthday within days of each other. So the dinner was for all three of us, right? I mean, different generation. That was me. And then my other grandbaby turned 31. And then the other grandbaby turned 14. She's a great grand. So, her birthday was yesterday. Anyhow, today we're going to be talking about the 4th of July. I like to say the 4th of July, the 4th of July. That's what it is when they signed that Declaration of Independence now. In 1776, Thomas Jefferson signed the Declaration of Independence, and it wasn't meant for us, you guys. No, it was meant for the Europeans. That's who it was meant for. But anyhow, love and marriage, Huntsville. Whoa. I tell you that Arian is bothered, y'all. She real bothered. And she's been making videos just about every day since she learned that this man was on vacation with Melody. She has been making videos, y'all, and her videos get creepy. First of all, on one of her videos, she's talking to the older ladies. Don't we understand that she got a daughter that she's gonna have to talk to one day? We should put ourselves in her shoes. She wanted to talk to the elderly ladies, but the elder ladies she wants to hear from are the elders that's gonna stroke her, gaslight her, make her feel good about herself and what she did. Because if you look on the YouTube, everybody is talking to her. Everybody, the young ones, the old ones, everybody is talking to Arian. But Arian is not listening. Arian listened to those people that likes her. And I don't even believe that they are friends. They just be gaslighting Arian to make her talk. They be under there telling her that she's a great mother. Someone be saying, well, you were married to the man, so that's not your responsibility, Those are the things that Arian wants to hear. But no, she's wrong. She's wrong about what she's doing. It was when she came on the scene, she was just boasting. And she say she's a celebrity, y'all. Nobody in Huntsville do not know Arian. And I don't know why would she be boasting about being a celebrity mistress. Wow. Anyway, y'all, we're going to do Love and Huntsville, Love and Marriage Huntsville. But first, let's go over this what the Declaration of Independence mean, okay? Let's go over what this is their holiday, not ours, right? Because you guys know that your ancestors were still slaves. They were still being hung on the tree. And also that American flag there. There all those stars. When you look at that American flag and you pledge allegiance to the flag, all those stars in that flag means a conquered state. We already been established that the first people here was our ancestors. So the conquered state means that those people were murdered or put in prison or ran off their land. So that's what that flag represents. 1776, no, that's not for us. Okay, I'm going to read here what it says, what the Independence Day is. Okay. It says, Independence Day should have been celebrated on July the 2nd, 1776. They're saying here that Thomas Jefferson signed it on the 2nd, but I guess it didn't come public to the 4th. Although the document was dated July the 4th, Congress actually voted for independence from Great Britain. See, this their history, y'all. This is not y'all history. They wanted the Europeans wanted their independence from Great Britain, which is their ancestors too. So that's what that was all about. Meanwhile, our ancestors, y'all want to call slaves, but they were nothing. They were being held hostage by the United States as slaves. We were still being hung. We were still getting our beaks cut off. We were still slaves picking cotton. Yeah, but that's what that's for. July the 4th was for them, for their Independence Day. So anyway, it says that Congress voted for independence from Great Britain 2 days prior on July the 2nd, 1776. But we celebrated on the 4th. So it hasn't, you don't hear anything about the slaves are free. You don't hear anything about our ancestors in that 1776. Now, it did say that all men are created equally. That's what that thing says. But they didn't consider us as men in 1776, right? They said we wasn't human. So 1776 wasn't meant for you. That Declaration of Independence wasn't meant for nobody but the Europeans, right? I did this commentary a little different today. We're going to get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. I pre-recorded it. It's just that easy for me. I mean, to be trying to do it live and go through the different videos. So we're going to get ready, and I'm gonna put Love and Marriage Huntsville commentary up, and then I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all before we get into the meaning of July the 4th. Okay? Y'all know the drill. Gotta cut all the lights off. Yeah. Yeah, the 4th of July. Yeah, and another thing they used to do to us, y'all, on the 4th of July, they would they run around and call it a picnic. That means they gotta pick a black person or pick a nigga to hang for the 4th of July. That's what that means, picnic. Pick a nigga. Go pick a nigga to hang. All right, y'all, here we go. Love and Marriage Huntsville.
And shameless hypocrisy, America reigns without a rival.
I got to turn it back to the beginning. Hi, welcome. This is Author Oma of the Black Titanic. Hit that like button, share and subscribe. Remember, eagles flies with eagles. All right now? Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. This is Arthur Oma. And remember, eagles fly with eagles.
Y'all look amazing. Look, I love your shirt. I got toys today. What? Not friends. Thank God.
Miss Van is so cute. She and Melody look alike. She's just a gorgeous lady and classy. Miss Vanessa.
I mean, I didn't know what Melody is.
Especially they up to it, especially dogs, so she keeps you busy.
You already know they was running from somebody. I got toys today, not friends today. Toys today, not friends today. Toys today, not friends.
Okay, y'all. Right here, Martel is going to surprise Melody with the children. And this is going to be the first time that they have been in each other's space in a long time.
I'm so excited because today is the first show at the new Orion Amphitheater. So I am co-hosting with Dante Pride, who is a very well-known gospel artist here in the area. I'm hopeful that today will open many more doors for me to host some other concerts and maybe even have a young concert.
You were up so late last night and early this morning.
I know, y'all know I'm multitasking. Instant Avenue, Secret Mills, Q cars, they can't carry girl. $1,000. Did y'all see it outside? Did y'all see that? That theater is huge. It's a beautiful, huge amphitheater.
Oh yeah, these pictures were made by Ebony D. Best. I'm just giving a shout out to Ebony D. Best. Shout out to you, Sassy T. And Who Knew, and Anonymous T. Shout out to all of you bloggers.
Yeah, it's about to be fun. The bands, I heard them rehearsing like sound check. It's about to be a nice time.
So I'm excited. I don't know if I'm more excited about the amphitheater or the opportunity to wait for
One thing about Dawn Michelle, a dog gonna close the deal, honey. One thing about my manager, Dawn Michelle, is she's always working on behalf of the Melody Cherie brand, okay? I am just so grateful that I have people in my life who genuinely care about me, have cared about me continuing to push forward despite everything I've been through. So I'm just happy to have all of these wonderful, genuine people here supporting me today.
Okay, y'all, this music mean Martel, he walking through the parking lot with the children. And Melody, I'm sure she gonna be happy. Another thing about this too, that I do know about those books that those children wrote, the plane ride to Canada, that Melody was in Canada with them too. But nonetheless, I'm sure when they was at that Essen Fest, this girl is going to help her children sell those books. Yeah, Martel don't have that kind of finance where he draw crowds, but Melody do. So he needs Melody to help him sell these books also. Oh, I don't own no rights to this song. Entertainment and educational purposes, fair use.
It is so Sunday at the new Orion Amphitheater. How y'all feeling today? I'm Melody Cherie, your co-host. I have my guy.
Dante Pride. Look, man, so without further ado, we're going to get this thing started. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to make some noise for the Martel I know this is important to Melody, and I wanted the kids to stay in the spotlight, but we have not spoken for quite some time. Even when it comes to the children, we really haven't spoke, and they haven't been around each other, so this is like my first time in her space. We have to take steps forward, like I'm doing right now, to mend whatever we need to mend so therefore we can be effective. You know, so.
There are more ways to watch Ellen now than ever before. For more information, go to findellen.tv.
They trying to co-parent. They able to stay in the same space without arguing. Congratulations. Meanwhile, Martel is out enjoying his family. This girl is living in her fantasy world. She was irritated because, of course, you know, people under her comment is just gaslighting this girl. But she tried to ignore them saying, why is it that Martel didn't take Knox on vacation with the rest of the children? Now, y'all know they just gaslighting her. We all know that he was not going to take little Knox down there and with him, and he's trying to bond with his first family. She's lying. She said he asked. He did. That's what she said, y'all. He asked her. But for some reason, she didn't let little Knox go.
Who calling? Who is that?
She said he's still calling her and harassing her in Martel. There may be a little glory to y'all, but y'all watch it. Be a little blurry.
It's not here falling out. Knox's it's past the falling out stages. Where's that talking about? That's so crazy.
Y'all hear Knox? Knox tearing up the house, y'all. Y'all, this girl ain't nothing changed. Y'all hear Knox in the background tearing up the house while she's playing on media, social media, and playing in her hair. But this girl, this is by the Candid Black. This is who I got this video from, y'all. But this girl is a liar. And she makes up stuff. She lives in her own world. She claims that Martel wants the baby to be on the vacation with him and Mel and her kids. Oh, Lord. Wait a minute, y'all. Y'all know that. That girl ain't nobody gonna believe that. This girl sit up and said that Martel want to take the kids on vacation with Mel and his children, and she said she didn't let him go. That now everybody know that's a lie. Y'all hear Knox, don't y'all? Listen to Knox tearing up the house. All right, tear it down, Knox. Tear the house up. Tear the house up.
You know what, y'all? If they wasn't filming, I would let my son go on vacation. I said, what if my son go on vacation? He should have taken his son back. He definitely asked me if my son wasn't, if they weren't filming, I would let my son go.
Y'all heard her? She said the reason he asked, but she said they filming, so she wouldn't let her son go on vacation with him. That man is not Melody not ready for that yet. No, Melody not ready yet, girl. He not finna take them children down there with Melody. And that's not Melody's responsibility to be keeping your child no way while she on vacation.
I have no problem with that. Y'all be so weird. I think I'm just, y'all so weird.
Yeah, we hear. Let me check that back. I'm gonna hear that again. I gotta make sure I heard this girl right. Let me see. Hopefully.
Sure, you don't have no pictures on my phone. Come over here. Come decorate this. You know what, y'all? If they wasn't filming, I would let my son go on vacation. I said, what if my son go on vacation? He should have taken his son back. He definitely asked me if my son wasn't, if they weren't filming, I would let my son go. Yep, I have no problem with that. Y'all be so weird. I think I'm just, y'all so weird.
Girl, look at live in a fantasy world,
I
don't
need to
you?
set the record straight. It's not fair for you to take the heat for him. I don't think I take the heat now.
She's gonna take up for her man now. She loves her some Martel. It's a little blurry, y'all. Y'all hear that boy tearing up that damn house? This girl still on social media, knocked down there tearing up everything. I bet I
You
would.
got the girls and everyone here. They just on the deep. Let me do it by him. You know what, y'all? Why do I play so much? Why do I get on live looking flawless, hair done? Like, why do I play so much? Because I'm gonna be caring to put on the show. I know. But my hair done, y'all need to see me. Like, what's wrong with me? I should pop my shit. I should. Like, everybody knows she famous. Girl, ain't nobody famous for looking like good.
Famous. This is sad. All right, y'all. She says she's famous. And she says she's a celebrity. And, I don't know with who, but I know Huntsville don't know her. Huntsville does not know this girl.
Why is it that people can have no clue as to what's going on? I don't know, people be slow. Y'all can't do this all for me.
Okay, y'all. Hey, everybody. Y'all, this girl right here is a trip.
Bring me up this evening.
Oh, Lord. What we gonna do about Area, y'all? She says she is a celebrity. And she really thinks she is a celebrity, but why would you be so proud to be the celebrity? Would she call herself the world's most famous mistress? Wow. But anyhow, she is living in a fantasy world. I had to listen to that 3 times when she said that that Martel want to take the baby with him down there on vacation, but if they wasn't filming, she would have let Lil Knox go. But he did ask. That's what the girl said. He asked. But let me read to y'all. This girl has experienced abandonment. This man has abandoned her. She's still waiting on him. Do y'all hear what somebody asked her? Why do you take all the heat for Martel? And she said she don't take no heat. So, she's not going to do anything or say anything right now to offend Martel. She wants him to come back to her. But anyhow, I'm just going to read something out of my book that just kind of remind me of when I was wrote in my book when I was being abandoned by my Martel. But let me read this to y'all. This is about being abandoned. When a man just left you. She never thought that this man was going to leave her. Okay, chapter 7. This is called Crushed. Y'all remember his name was Daryl now. In chapter 7, one night Daryl told me that he was going to his mom's place. Yes, he did. He never returned. He had abandoned me. See? Like her, she's feeling abandoned. He done abandoned this girl and down in there in New Orleans with Mel and the children. And she living in a fantasy world like, well, my baby could go too. But, I'm not going to let my baby go because they filming. But it's not true. He can't take that baby down there with him. Anyhow, he can if he want to, but not if he trying to get back with Mel right now. That's what I'm talking about. So, he has abandoned me, and my heart is just hurting. It ripped away at my flesh. Yeah, my heart felt like it was shipwrecked when he left. All the beauty of what we had transcends over it, and all I could think about was that man. When will he return? Yes, that's all I could think about, y'all. Of course, there comes a time in our lives when our heart will call us on a journey. We have to look deep inside. As you travel along the road, there will be good journeys. There will be bad journeys also. But from the bad ones, we don't take time to heal. She's not trying to heal herself. She don't take time to heal. If you don't take time to heal, then what? We have to. We have no clue as to why these bad experiences have happened to us. We have never learned the lesson behind it. So we move through life in the false self. So Arian is operating on her false self. Her world is not full of reality. In her world, she and Martel has this beautiful relationship and this baby and their family. Allegedly. That's me saying this, okay? Anyway, in actuality, we spend every waking moment focusing on this man, not realizing that this experience is meant to be a message of deliverance. So if she really sincere about healing, right? If she was sincere about healing, she got to go inside and heal herself. She don't even want to even put the no responsibility on Martel. She's mad at Melody and not Martel. But Martel has abandoned her. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen too, we got to have self-esteem. We got to go right back to just, having our self-esteem, building our self-esteem up, feeling that we're worthy. If we feel like we are worthy, we're not going to let nobody use us as a doormat. But anyway, Arian just not ready to let go. She's not. She going to be there, and she, regardless of who he have, who he be with, she's still going to be there. Anyway, now we're going to get into the July the 4th, y'all. I'm going to turn the lights back on, off. We're going to get into July the 4th. And anyway, y'all, my birthday on the 6th, so I've been enjoying myself every day. I've been out in the streets enjoying myself. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to turn it back to the TV, y'all.
They're bringing me up, and I'm putting me on the show. I'm glad they're not bringing me up to 6, but you're still on my live at 6:53 in the morning. Some of y'all.
The cell phone behind and never came back. Where's my sister?
Jones was found dead in a park.
Okay, now we're on. This is 2022. Dante Jones was found hung on the 17th, I believe, for June, the month of June 10th. They're still hanging us. But authority always call every hanging a suicide.
Hanging from a set of monkey bars.
I don't want to see this another family to go through this.
Police say the father of 3 killed himself, but his family believes he was murdered. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. On June 17, 2022, Latina Bedford Dean says that she got a call that no parent should ever get. Her son, Dante Jones, was found dead by a stranger in a park in Bluebell, Pennsylvania. It's an affluent suburb right outside of Philadelphia. It's about 88.1% white, according to U.S. Census data. Dean said that she started asking questions. Bluebell was not an area that he frequented, and his wallet was missing. Dean recalls a conversation she had with her son about a year ago.
If anyone ever tell you that I committed suicide, don't believe them. I love life and my family too much.
So when detectives told her Jones hung himself with a military coat about an hour away from home, she didn't believe it. She says that she had just spoken with him around 11:40 the night before
about having an argument with the mother of his youngest child.
What did he tell you that night? She was saying things and he was like in shock, like, why are you trying to make me look like I'm a bad guy? Like, why are you lying? Like, I didn't do that. I said, listen, go home. And he said, okay, I'm gonna go home. He went home and that was the last time that I heard from him.
The next day, he was dead. This is the statement we got from the Whitpain Township Police Department. It reads, around 7:45 a.m., a resident walking on a trail reported seeing a man leaning against a piece of playground equipment. An officer and paramedic responded immediately and found Mr. Jones unresponsive, and officers found nothing suspicious after conducting a grid search. But his family says there were defensive wounds all over his body. The natural human instinct is to thank somebody off if they're about to thank you.
When we actually finally was able to see identify his body after days of pronouncing my brother dead, it showed that he had multiple bruises on his body. He had a scratch underneath on the side of his neck, coming down on the side. He had marks on his shoulder. He had marks underneath of his arms. He had marks on his side ribs, on the side of his buttocks, and in between his groin. You would think that there would be marks underneath his throat, and there wasn't any. So what we've seen versus what they're telling us is severely inconsistent.
So there is a possibility that maybe he wasn't even hung, maybe he was killed before that.
That's a very strong possibility.
Y'all notice any black people that they find hung, they label it as suicide, y'all. And y'all know that's not a way that we would commit suicide.
Place there.
And place there?
Yeah.
And you gotta think of.
So y'all, it's still a tradition to hang us around 4th of July. Now, this guy right here, Dante Jones, was hung. It's still a tradition. Also, last year on July the 6th, on my birthday, I woke up to the news of a young man being hung out in the park. So around the 4th, yeah, they do a lot of hangings, and it's still tradition. This is your 4th of July. This is the picnic that they be having.
And this is Juneteenth weekend. You find a black male dead in a majority all-white township on Juneteenth weekend, supposedly hung.
They also say that Jones was about 6'5", and police told them that his feet and flip-flops were still positioned on the ground.
I said he's taller than the monkey bar, number one. Number two, his weight, that thing would rip. How can someone hang themselves when their feet is still on the ground? And they say, oh, it's possible. No, I don't think so.
This is Wentz Park, where Jones was found. You can see on this map, it's just steps away from the Whitpain Township Police Station. The family asked detectives immediately about cameras in the area.
And he said to me, because, children in the playground, you really don't want to, watch children.
They told her that the only functional camera.
How should I look today in the presence of America?
Okay, this is written by Frederick Douglass. He was an activist, and he was an escaped slave that became an activist. And they asked him, what did he feel about the 4th of July? So this is what he wrote. Also, the narrator is R.C. Davis. You guys, if y'all saw any slave movies, he's in mostly all the slave movies that you see. He was an incredible actor, including his wife's name was Ruby Dee. The two of them were some most sought off actors back in the day. Anyway, What to the Negro Slave is the 4th of July, narrated by actor R.C. Davis by way of Frederick Douglass.
Dividing and subdividing a discourse to show that men have a natural right to freedom, speaking of it relatively and positively, negatively and affirmatively. To do so would be to make myself ridiculous and to offer an insult to your understanding. The There is not a man beneath the canopy of heaven that does not know that slavery is wrong for him. What? Am I to argue that it is wrong to make men brutes, to rob them of their liberty, to work them without wages, to keep them ignorant of their relations to their fellow men, to beat them with sticks, to flay their flesh with a lash, to load their limbs with irons, to hunt them with dogs, to sell them at auction, to sunder their families, to knock out their teeth, to burn their flesh, to starve them into obedience and submission to their masters? Must I argue that a system thus marked with blood and stained with pollution is wrong? No, I will not. I have better employment for my time and strength than such arguments would imply. What then remains to be argued? Is it that slavery is not divine? That God did not establish it? That our doctrines of divinity are mistaken? There is blasphemy in the thought. That which is inhuman cannot be divine. Who can reason on such a proposition? They that can may. I cannot. The time for this argument is past. At a time like this, scorching irony, not convincing argument, is needed. Oh, had I the ability and could reach the nation's ear, I would today pour out a fiery stream of biting ridicule, blasting reproach, withering sarcasm, and stern rebuke. For it is not light that is needed, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, and the earthquake. The feeling of the nation must be quickened. The conscience of the nation must be aroused. The propriety of the nation must be startled. The hypocrisy of the nation must be exposed, and its crimes against God and man must be proclaimed and denounced. What to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer. The day that reveals to him, more than all other days in the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham. Your boasted liberty an unholy license. Your national greatness swelling vanity. Your sounds of rejoicing are empty and heartless. Your denunciation of tyrants, brass fronted impudence. Your shouts of liberty and equality, hollow mockery. Your prayers and hymns, your sermons and thanksgivings, with all your religious parade and solemnity, are to him mere bombers, fraud, deception, impiety, and hypocrisy. A thin veil to cover up crimes which would disgrace a nation of savages. There is not a nation on the earth guilty of practices more shocking and bloody than are the people of the United States at this very hour. Go where you may, search where you will, roam through all the monarchies and despotisms of the old world, travel through South America, search out every abuse, and when you have found the last, lay your facts by the side of the everyday practices of this nation, and you will say with me that for revolting barbarity and shameless hypocrisy, America reigns without a rival. Take the American slave trade, which we are told by the papers is especially prosperous just now. Excellent Benton tells us that the price of men was never higher than now. He mentions the fact to show that slavery is in no danger. This trade is one of the peculiarities of American institutions. It is carried on in all the large towns and cities in one half of this confederacy. And millions are pocketed every year by dealers in this horrid traffic. In several states, this trade is a chief source of wealth.
So, y'all, 4th of July we were still being sold as slaves, right? This is not our holiday. Okay, y'all see that picture right there? They are gathered around the trees, like thousands of them come on the 4th of July to see this man hung. And also, they announce it in the newspaper. They announce it in church. Many of these people just came from church. As soon as they cut his body down, they're going to get some of his organs. If it ain't nothing but a knee, a ear, a tongue, whatever they want, they'll cut off the body parts and put them in a jar and keep them for souvenirs. Yeah, this is what they did at our ancestors. But I just want to point out that this was in the 1800s or so, or when this man was hung. But Mr. Jones was just hung, 2 weeks ago. They not stopped hanging us, y'all. Holiday is for the Europeans. They gained their independence from the British.
It is called, in contradistinction to the foreign slave trade, the internal slave trade. It is probably called so too, in order to avert from it the horror with which the foreign slave trade is contemplated. That trade has long since been denounced by this government as piracy. It has been denounced with burning words from the high places of the nation as an execrable traffic. To arrest it, to put an end to it, this nation keeps a squadron at immense cost on the coast of Africa. Everywhere in this country, it is safe to speak of this foreign slave trade as a most inhuman traffic, opposed alike to the laws of God and of man. The duty to extirpate and destroy it is admitted even by our doctors of divinity. The duty of the grand jury is to separate fact from fiction.
We're anxiously waiting to find out if we have an indictment on Darren Wilson or an indictment on our democracy. Anticipating disappointment. I'm a black man in America. America always disappoints me.
After their exhaustive review of the evidence, the grand jury deliberated over 2 days, making their final decision. They determined that no probable cause exists to file any charge against Officer Wilson and returned no true bill on each of the 5
You guys can hear me out, but we love you, so
They kill us every day, get away with it. They've been preparing for 4 or 5 months for war. We just rolled past twice. They got 2 tanks, and it was police pumping their guns at us and shit. That means they ready for war. A black man get killed in the street, now the straight turn to a war against black people.
We just heard it. It's going like Martel Wilson, who was once a college place and was really lighting up.
You are in the middle of the street, you are alone. Nobody's nothing to rest. Shine bright and turn
Things heat up pretty quickly. A cop car was flipped over, several windows were smashed. Right now, the police are getting this first report.
That's minor to a death. Let's lose somebody 18 years old. Them dudes in the police car, that's minor, man. They just need to show up, hey, we don't have nothing to do with right now. It's about years and years of this, man. That's all we want to say. Black community, rest in peace, white pride.
A week after the unrest that followed the grand jury decision, the first public meeting was held in Ferguson to look into the events of the past 100 days. Called to the Ferguson Commission, its 16 members were appointed by Missouri Governor Jay Nixon to examine police conduct and community relations. It was a belated attempt to address the concerns of citizens seeking accountability for the deadly use of police force. But today, the bureaucracy offered another injury: boredom.
My academic career has been focusing on urban research, urban development.
Most of you have heard the expression, Rodney King, can't we all just get along? I would simplify that and say, can't we all just talk? One thing that I think is wrong that I just learned, I'm older than Steve Bison, but he's retired now and I'm still working.
I never had the opportunity to do this in front of the microphone, so they say hi, Dan.
One thing I've asked myself, being an African American, living in St. Louis, and being a police officer, is why do some people love the police and why do some people hate the police? And that's always been a perplexing question to me.
The meeting went on for almost 5 hours before the public had a chance to speak.
Transparency be a guiding commitment for us.
This is a bunch of bullcrap.
Stop killing our baby and justice system is a mockery. We giving us all these fancy words and all your degrees and all your intellectual words. Basic. My 17-year-old son, who is a victim of all of the things that you all are discussing in this meeting. We've been sitting here since you guys started, and he's listening to everybody running through the podium explaining, I've done this, I've done that, and we are honored that you all have credentials and you're educated, but you do not reflect the community that we live in. You're a very educated man. I've watched you. You have a very good spirit, Mr. Isley. And you said you're perplexed. You want to know why some people hate police officers and why some people like police officers? Well, I was born in the 60s. I'm a 60s baby. We were raised up that the police officer was Mr. Prince. I taught that to my children. That's what I taught them. You respect authority. You respect any adult, but especially the police officer, because that's your friend. We're going to work with him to help to lift the community up. But what am I supposed to tell my 16-year-old son? And my son is not a thug. His parents don't sag. So everybody will know that when he steps outside his door, the police got him and his friends lined up on the damn ground. Excuse my friend. Lined up on the ground. They got to take their socks and shoes off and undress for what? It is a shame that our baby, can y'all bear that your baby gets gunned down? Did disrespect the lady in the street for 4 hours?
I want to commend you of color who are here and are educated. You came from a family who cared. You took the responsibility to do it. That's one thing that isn't being said.
Okay, y'all, it's here. Oh, what is this? Green light set, y'all. Wait, y'all. I gotta go back to this white woman. Said that lady that got up there said that she come from a family that cares. Well, all black people care about their children and their loved one. I guess she called herself trying to be down with us, but that was offensive. You know, all mothers cares, all parents cares about their children now.
On the podium explaining, I've done this, I've done that, and we are honored that you all have credentials and you're educated, but you do not reflect the community that we live in. You're a very educated man. I've watched you. You have a very good spirit, Mr. Isley. And you said you're perplexed. You want to know why some people hate police officers and why some people like police officers? Well, I was born in the 60s. I'm a 60s baby. We were raised up that the police officer was Mr. Prince. I taught that to my children. That's what I taught them. You respect authority. You respect any adult, but especially the police officer, because that's your friend. We're going to work with him to help to lift the community up. But what am I supposed to tell my 16-year-old son?
up on the ground. They gotta take their socks and shoes off and undress for what? It is a shame that our baby, can y'all fathom that? Your baby getting gunned down, being disrespectful, the lady in the street for 4 hours.
Ain't no need to celebrate no 4th of July, y'all. What we
I
celebrate?
want to commend you of color who are here and are educated. You came from a family who cared. You took the responsibility to do it. That's one thing.
Y'all hear what she said? You families that are educated. Your children come from parents that care. No, parents care whether they're educated or not, whether you live in the projects or not, wherever we're at, we care. We care about our kids, young lady.
That isn't being said.
Okay, y'all, it's here. What is this? Ring light set, y'all. It's here. Yeah, it's for my birthday. Okay, I got a ring light set. We're getting ready. I'm in my office, y'all. I'm coming back in my office, getting my office together. And then here go the books. Like Titanic books I'm delivering. Ordering y'all books out of here. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, what is this? Oh, where I got the throw it on? Look like a something you speak in, y'all. Come out the box. Thank y'all so much. You guys have just been really great. My books, speaker, ring light set. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all sent me enough money to buy this. Hey, everybody. Hey. Hey. All righty. So we don't have nothing to celebrate, do we, for the 4th of July? No. We just living in the false self. Just a big old lie that all men are created equal in this country, man. That is, the law is not written for us. But anyway, hope you guys gonna have a great day today. I want to thank y'all for everything that y'all do for me. New subscriber, older subscriber, I want to thank y'all. Y'all know I looked up there to see how many subscribers. I got almost 6,000 subscribers. Man, I felt like I started to do some cartwheels and splits when I saw that. In my mind, y'all, I still could do cartwheels and splits. But anyhow, teach it to your children about the 4th of July. And teach it to your children also about that flag. Now, when y'all standing up and pledge allegiance to the flag, you pledging allegiance to all the conquered state, all of your ancestors that was murdered. Their land was taken away from them through bloodshed. That's what that flag means. 50 stars, 50 conquered states, and millions and thousands of your ancestors' blood is in those stars. Okay, love y'all. And I didn't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm not watching that. I just get most of the stuff. I get it from other bloggers, but I just don't be interested in watching it anymore. Y'all enjoy y'all day. I'm finna go out, girls. I'm finna go pick up Lady P. We finna go somewhere. Bye.